Hello yogis, my name is Daniel Cumming, aka the Yogi Bunny. Today we're going to learn bird, so it's one of the first poses you'll learn in acro yoga. So we'll go through the foundations of it, some progressions towards it, and also some issues you might face. So to start off with, the flyer is going to lower the base down. Now if you can't get the stacking of the heels above the hips, you can use a rolled up yoga mat, you can use a pillow, maybe a rolled up towel or something. I have another video that will teach you some progressions on how to get this L basing technique, so in the meantime you can just use that. Now to start off, I want you to have the flyer's feet close enough that you can reach them with the hands. The feet are going to be directly up and down, so the toes facing directly up towards the flyer's shoulders, the heels right at the top of the thighs, and then the toes are just above the hip bone here. So the feet, imagine them like hands gripping onto the hip bones. That'll be a good position, not too far out, not too far in, it's right in the middle there. So to start off, we're just going to do some pressing. So have the hands of the base out to the side, and the flyers are going to be directly forward. So base out to the side, flyers forward. Now just to start off, we'll press through the heels. I want you to get in a habit of pressing through the heels, one, because it activates the glutes more, and that'll help with basing. But also you want to start getting in the habit of lifting through the heels, because that'll create that scooping motion. Because if you're just pressing forward, you're just going to press the base flyer backwards. And getting used to that bringing in of the knees to give the flyer some room to lift up. Try to keep yourself in a strong plank position when you're coming down, and avoid folding forward like this, because it's going to be really hard to get the flyer up in the air when they're doing this. So they want to be nice and solid, long like a plank. So even though they're going forward and back, they're keeping that zipped up position. And when we lift, that zipped up position will help the flyer to be nice and solid when we're there. Now, points to remember is that we want to have the feet as flat as possible, heels in line with the toes. Too much toes and the flyer is going to fall backwards. Not enough toes and the flyer is going to fall forwards. So more toes, less toes. More toes, less toes, less toes. More toes, less toes. Now a few things a flyer might do to start off with is having too much weight back towards the feet. Because if the flyer's first time flying, they might be a little bit scared, so they're going to have more weight in the safe spot, and that's the feet. So you just want to trust a little bit, leaning the chest forward. So that can come from experience, especially with the same partner. Otherwise, just having the hands there and knowing that if anything happens, they're there, that can be enough too. And I always recommend having a spotter. So once you get it, you can start to squeeze in between the shoulder blades a little bit to help lift that chest. The thighs draw towards each other. They don't need to be squeezing together. You want a bit of a squeeze through the glutes to help lift up. And then drawing that belly button in towards the spine will help get that lift as well. So a few little exercises you can do. You can have both hands, you can lift one hand off at a time. And eventually the base is going to have open hands, so the flyer is more in charge of whether or not they want to have the hands there. Eventually, once they feel more safe, they can lift off. The hands can be by their side, palms face down or up, depending on what you feel like doing. Or they can maybe just be out to the sides, kind of like cactus arms. Underneath the chest might be an option as well. Or you can wave the hands around, do a little boogie. So once you get more comfortable, you can start to move the flyer around a little bit and just start to feel safe. So maybe not yet, but maybe once you get a bit more of a stable position there, you can start to have a bit more fun with it. You can maybe start by doing long holds, seeing how long, and eventually the flyer is going to get a little bit tired and leaning forward. So if you want to demonstrate that, so we don't want this, as soon as the flyer gets a bit tired, try to activate a little bit more, or if they're a bit puffed out, you can just slowly come down. So as with always, safe word is down, and then you can release. So that was bird, one of the first acro yoga poses you'll learn in the series. Remember to always use a spotter if you're unsure, and I've also got these progression videos for things like tight hamstrings for L basing. Remember to hit that subscribe button if you like the videos, hit that thumbs up, and I'll see you very soon. Namaste.